I get asked a lot from leaders all over the how question a lot. I get asked, how are you growing? How do you get more people to be a part of your church? How do you build your client base? How do you grow your organization? And as leaders, we're always into this how. I mean, we want that next level. We want that growth. We want the expansion. We want the how. But that cannot be the first question you ask. The first question that has to be answered is the why. Why do you do what you do? What's going to separate you from every other organization? What is your vision? What does this look like? You can't just have a blanket statement or a generic statement. You can't just say, well, I'm called to pastor a church. Well, what's that church going to look like? Well, it's going to be a Bible-believing church. Well, I pray that every pastor prays and desires to have a Bible-believing church, but that's not enough. That's like saying, I want to be a writer. Well, what are you going to write about? You're going to write about sports. You're going to write about teaching materials. You're going to write novels. Are you going to write books or blogs? I mean, what type of writer do you want to be? There is so much uniqueness to people, and so many interests and talents and personalities that there is a specific area that you're gifted in and you're called in, and you've got to answer that first. And one of the best ways to do that is ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what am I just naturally good at? Like, what am I talented in? What am I gifted with? Not what you think you should be good at, or not what you think is the right answer, but you got to look deep in. What am I just natural? What am I gifted at? Number 2, you've got to ask yourself, what am I passionate about? Like, what excites me? Like, if I could do one thing for the rest of my life and it would look like this, what would it be? What gets my creative juices flowing? And what's something I just enjoy doing? What am I passionate about? And thirdly, you got to ask yourself, what's going to work? Where my talents and my passions come together, and I'm going to be able to meet a group of people that aren't plugged into a church, or they don't have their needs met in this organization that I'm trying to provide. What is going to work? And when all those things come together, it's like magic. That's the vision. And you cannot answer the how before you answer the vision question. Because if not, you're going to grow wide without any depth. You're going to get top heavy, and then you're going to fall over. And that's why the Bible says, without vision, the people perish. And other translations say, run wild. That your organization will run away from you. And it will go crazy. And it'll be like a dog chasing its tail. It'll run around in circles. It'll waste a lot of energy, but it will get nowhere fast because it has no goal and no vision to unify and to carry you to the how. Got to answer the vision first.